follow 3-step blueprint of how to make 10K a month online. That's what we're covering today. So grab a pen, grab a paper, try to have the least amount of distractions as you can have, because you're going to be able to walk away and be able to implement some of the things today, be able to implement them. My main goal is really with you today is to simplify things. I really want you to walk away with the simplicity of what it really takes to be able to launch and grow a successful online business without you taking a lot of time. I have to share a stat that was giving to me this morning, which I was shocked by. But not only did it shock me, but it made me want to show up more for you. And here's why. In the US right now, 61 million homes are in foreclosure. 61 million. And most of those homes would not be in foreclosure with an extra 900 a month coming in. That is wild to me. But here's what happened. Oh, by the way, we haven't seen nothing like this since 2008. So people need this. People are looking for solutions, and there is not a lot of solutions out there because you only have so many hours in a day. You only have so much bandwidth up here. So trying to make an extra $900 on top of your full-time job is hard. So that is why I'm so proud of you. Let me just say that right now. I'm so proud of you that you had the courage to be here today to learn this. Okay, so take some notes because I want to make sure you are not one of those statistics of those 61 million people in foreclosure. And I'm like, how do I contact those 61 million people? Because I could get them all out of foreclosure in the next 30 days. That is the power of what we have. Is that bold? No, it is the truth. And you're going to learn exactly how today. So let me share my screen and we're going to get rocking and rolling. I know we saw people trying to get in here, but thank you guys for showing up on time and let's just get going. So today you're going to learn how to make your first 10K from home. No tech and no experience needed. I'm going to literally show you exactly how to do that. So today you're going to learn a simple beginner-friendly system to make your first 10K from home. Okay, so again, this is a beginner-friendly system that you're going to learn, and why this works even if you have no audience, no tech skills, and even if you don't even have a product or a service, or without even having to ever spend money on ads. You're going to learn that today. And how others just like you are having 900 days with this exact method. Yes, I'm going to show you how to attract daily paying customers, but what if you just attracted 900 a week in customers? Or what if you did 900 a month? Would that help make sure you have a safe place for your family? So that is really important. So let's just talk a little bit about the truth about an online income. First of all, you do not need a big following. You do not need a complicated sales funnel that you have to build from scratch. And you do not need to spend money on ad. Those three things right there is what stopped me years and years ago from looking at launching online. How many of you have ever felt like this before? You see people online having success and you're like, oh, I wish I could be like them. Oh, I wish I could have a following like them. Oh, I see why they're successful. They have a following. Or while they have this fancy system. I couldn't have a system like that. See, that was me. Because I had such bad stinking thinking, if I go back to 2022, that I didn't think it was possible for me. Because I'm an introvert. I do not like tech. I don't want to learn tech. I didn't have a following. And so I literally thought it wasn't for me until I discovered this blueprint. And that's what I'm so excited for you. So here's what you do need. If you want to make money online, you need a system that works. Not one that you think could work, but one that is proven to work. And you need daily consistency and you need mentorship and support. If you do not have mentorship and support, you will self-sabotage yourself, my friend. You will. So let's keep on going here. Let me just introduce myself. My name is Michele Oniel. I'm hanging out with you in Kansas today. I was struggling. If I go back to 2022, I'm a mom of 6 kids and I'm a grandma to 5. And time with my family is literally the most important thing to me. And I was struggling miserably at that. I didn't have a following. I had no email list. And I decided to apply the steps in this blueprint. And I made 6 figures in 6 months, which you guys, I have to share with you, I was shocked. I would have just done cartwheels in my street if I would have made 54,000 my first year. Never in my wildest of wildest dreams did I ever think I could make 6 figures in 6 months and then turn around and make my first million in 17 months and build a brand while I spent more time with my family. And I've never spent a dime on ads. So that's why I'm so excited you're here because first of all, I want you to dream bigger than you've ever dreamed before. Because if somebody would have given me permission to dream big years ago, I wouldn't have struggled for so long as a mom. But today we get to live life on our terms. This very bottom picture is my favorite picture of all time ever because I was able to take my granddaughter to see the ocean for the first time. I would never have been able to do that if I didn't have the courage to learn something new in 2022. So I'm proud of you that you are here today to learn something new. So let's go right into the 3-step 10K blueprint to income online. Look at this. He just posted this inside the community. He woke up this morning to a $600 and this afternoon he had a $300. He's from New Zealand, so that's why the time difference is a little bit different, but how cool is that? $900, love this business. And that's what you're going to learn today, exactly how they're doing that. So screenshot this because this is your 3-step blueprint to 10K. It is, you need to, just a second, you need to learn to attract, capture an audience, and convert them to customers. So it's an attraction marketing strategy you need to learn. I'm going to show you today how to capture them without you having to get on the phone with anybody, without you having to DM anybody, without you having to bother friends and family. I'm going to show you how to capture an audience of people that are interested in what you have and how to convert. And again, even if you don't have anything to sell, I'm going to share with you what to do. So let's go right into step 1. Attract customers to you online. Imagine never having to find a customer. Imagine never having to depend on your friends or your family or friend requesting people on social media to make money. Imagine that. See, the entire world is your window of unlimited customers. When you launch into the digital world, you can have the entire world as your customer base. So I want you to think about that right now. Using not just your city or your state or your country as potential customers, but the entire world. And then imagine finding them on social media through an attraction marketing strategy. This is mind-blowing to me, but the average person spends 2 hours and 24 minutes per day on social media. That is 36.5 days a year scrolling on social media. Imagine if you could take just 1 hour of that and turn that into becoming a creator on social media. You still have 1 hour and 24 minutes to scroll, but 1 hour a day of creator, what if that was able to help you get that extra cash coming in or learn how to make 6 and 7 figures online? Let me know in the chat, how would that feel if you were able to take just 1 hour a day on social media and turn that into pay online? Amazing. Yes. Yes. I want financial freedom. Yes. Love that. So step 2 is capture interested audience on autopilot with a simple tool. Now, let me explain what I mean by that. Some people might be thinking, yeah, I'll create content on social media, but what do I do if they're interested? I'm going to show you what to do. And this is how you have your life back, okay? So what I do is once I have content on social media and somebody's interested in, I direct them to a page just like this. Now, what I do is I give them access to the Freedom Formula Blueprint. What they do is they put their email in here, and the moment they put their email in here, they're given that Freedom Formula Blueprint. And now I have their email. I didn't have to ask them for their email. I didn't have to direct message them back and forth. I was able to use a simple online system to attract them. Again, by automating my business. When you have your business on autopilot, it's working for you 24/7. No, I don't want you to get caught up right now in tech or anything like that. Okay, I'm going to share with you how you can get a done for you system. All you got to do is plug in your payment gateway so you're paid directly into your bank account. Okay, and all you got to do is plug in your domain so you can brand you. Okay, and when you have a business on autopilot that works for you 24/7, this gives you freedom. And I think that's why you're here, right? Freedom. And I'm not only talking of time, I'm talking financial freedom as well. So you never have to look at your bank account to do anything. So you never have to take a calculator to the grocery store again. So you can walk away from that part-time job and literally have more time with your family. Do you realize if you're working two jobs right now, and if you could walk away from that part-time job, that gives you 25 more hours back with your family. That's freedom, my friend. That's what I'm sharing with you. Now, step three, what do we do once you've captured them into your system? Now you need to convert them. You follow a proven process to turn conversions into customers. Now, I love step three. I have built a multi-million-dollar online business without ever hearing the word no. I've never been rejected. I've never had to be rejected. I've never had to have these awkward conversations. I've never had to follow up with anybody. Again, because of this process. So let me break it down and show you exactly how it works. And by the way, I know Richard's asking, but what are we actually selling? Well, that's why you're on here, Richard, because this is a webinar to give you the details. But Richard, that system I shared with you works for any business. There's a lot of people that have phenomenal products. There's a lot of people that are phenomenal coaches, but they suck at these three steps I'm giving you. When these three steps are mastered, sky's the limit of what you can make. So let me share with you how the process works. So when somebody puts their email in, it immediately takes them to this video. Okay. And they immediately get in their email what they asked for, the Freedom Formula Blueprint. Now, here's what is so wild. I work with this system with over 53 plus thousand people. And on average, the ones that I personally work with, 1 out of 20 are buying, which that means if you can capture 20 new people a day, their emails a day, that's a $900 a day customer. If you did that every day, that is $328,000 a year from getting one customer. Now, here is what I love because this system has been proven and perfected to work. So on average, between these two videos right here, it literally answers 99% of questions. So if you have a proven system like this out there working for you, you know what that means. That means income on autopilot because it does all the work for you. So you might be asking right now, well, what do we do with that other 1%? Well, they will reply to your email and ask questions. But other than that, my business is 100% on autopilot. Now, how do we get people's attention? That was step number one. We use social media. There's 5 billion people on social media. It works. Matter of fact, let me ask you guys a question. Put in the chat, how did you hear about this today? Was it TikTok? Was it Facebook? Was it Instagram? Was it social media? Did you get an email? How did you hear about today? Facebook, YouTube, TikTok, YouTube, Facebook, YouTube, TikTok, Facebook, TikTok, a friend, email. Yes, look at that. TikTok, Instagram. That's what I'm sharing with you. That we have used these three systems and these three steps in this blueprint, and that is why you're here. This proves to you that it works. And this is what I wanted in my life. I didn't want to launch a business and have guesswork. I didn't want to have to see, will it work? Could it work? I love the fact that I could plug into a proven system. Look at this. Yesterday, within a span of 1 hour, 2 sales came in. Now, many of you are saying, but what are they selling, right? Well, let's talk about what to sell in 2025 that's in high demand. You want to sell something that is in high demand. If you don't, guess what? You're going to have to take a lot of time and a lot of work to sell it. So what is the best to sell in 2025 is something in the e-learning industry because it's booming right now. It is the fastest growing industry out there. The info digital products have a high profit margin, which means you can make up to 100% profit on info digital products. People want freedom. That is why they love info digital programs because it delivers the freedom that they're looking for. It is phenomenal. Parents are searching, professionals are searching, and even entrepreneurs are looking to learn online because they know the world is going digital and they want to go there as well. So they are investing into the booming industry of the e-learning industry. Now, when you combine social media plus digital products and programs, it can equal daily sales on autopilot. When I heard that I could make more than $9 on a lip gloss, I was like, I want to learn this. And that's what is so powerful. And that is the Legacy Builders program, where you make 100% profit. It's an interactive program, a community of over 53,000 people. You get 4 income streams, and you can even get certified. So you have the knowledge that you need to be able to launch and grow a successful business. Because I know thousands and thousands and thousands of people online that are posting every day, crossing their fingers that it works. Wouldn't you rather follow a proven system, compress the time it takes to learn so you can earn quicker? And that's what happens with the Legacy Builder program. So here's why it works. Even if you're brand new to the digital space, you get a proven blueprint, a supportive community, automation tools that saves you time, and you can focus on just 2 hours a day of income earning activities. Now, many of you might on here today might be going, but I've tried things before and they've never worked for me. How many of you tried something before and it's not worked for you? Look at Carrie raising her hand. Yes. Matter of fact, I would love Carrie to share her story because you guys, she probably has one of the top badges of the most programs somebody has tried. Take it away,
Yeah.
my friend. Yes.
You are right, Michelle. Gosh, at one point I thought it was 21, but then I kept thinking about things that I have done over the past 10 years. It's actually 31 different online things that I have tried. Network marketing, affiliate marketing. I was selling jewelry on Etsy. I did coaching programs. I even did a really expensive Amazon program that was going to teach me how to sell products there, and nothing worked. That's why I was if you're feeling like, oh, I've tried everything, I'm so skeptical, I'm so scared, I was there. I was totally there. And yet there was just something so beautiful about this program. Like listening to these webinars, hearing the stories like this of real people who just wanted change and who made that decision to say, this is not how my story ends. And so that was me because I was one of those people whose houses were in foreclosure. It was about 10 years ago, but I had cancer. My husband walked away. I was not prepared to take on a mortgage completely by myself. And so my house did go into foreclosure. We lost our house. That is terrifying as a mother of three and no financial support from anyone else. I know that if I had this program back then, it would have turned out differently. Like it literally would. And so, because of all my failures, because of just being guarded, because of things that literally overpromised and underdelivered, I was so scared. And yet, I've just kept raising my belief. I kept tuning in. I watched for over 4 months to these webinars. And finally, I'm just like, what have I got to lose? And man, I am so incredibly grateful because my life has changed night and day difference for me, my family, the people that I'm helping. I was so scared to start this. I kept it a total secret from my husband. I didn't want him to see another thing that I failed at. I didn't tell my kids. I didn't tell my parents. Anytime I posted, I'm like, you guys, do not tell my husband I'm doing this. And so when after 30 days, I had made $53,000. I can tell you my skepticism had faded a little. And like I was just blown away. 67 days in, I made over $100,000. And I still get like so emotional and goosebumps when I say those words because I'm like, is that really me? Did that happen? Like it seems so surreal because I've always thought, oh, like that kind of stuff just happens to other people, the people with the big followings and they're super techie. And that was not me at all. I was just like a regular old mom from Minnesota who wanted more for her life and more for her kids. And so I'm just here to say, like, take a chance on you. You do have the opportunity at any given time, if you are living paycheck to paycheck, or you're just feeling like you're made for more than living in overwhelm and stress and struggle, like you can say, I'm going to do this and make it a decision and then plug in, get the support in this super amazing community. Michelle, everyone here, oh my gosh, these are amazing, down to earth, beautiful people who will cheer you on and be there for you. It makes a world of difference. So I'm just so grateful that after 31 failures, there is something that works. Stay encouraged, keep your hope on, and just take a peek.
What I love about your story, first of all, you've set your family free, but the fact that you just knew you were meant for more. And you still just had the courage to keep on. And so many people, Carrie, they try a few things and they
Mhm.
think it doesn't work or they're a failure and they just stop trying. And imagine if you would have stopped.
No, I don't want to imagine that. Yeah, no, this has been the easiest. I mean, plug and play, business in a box out of everything that I have ever done. Yeah, it's been such a blessing.
Well, thank you for sharing, my friend. I love it. So powerful. Oh my goodness, so powerful. I hope you guys, she just gave you a bunch of hope today that no matter your past, it doesn't define you and don't ever give up on what you want. That's for sure. So part of what you get is exactly what Carrie was saying about how you get to be part of an amazing community of over 53,000 people. I will share this with you because this is so powerful. When the Legacy Builders program launched, in 10 months, it did $29 million. That's what it generated in 10 months. Now, that $29 million went 100% into the community members' pockets. Now, many of you right now are going, well, how does a company make money? Well, there's a one-time $39 website fee that goes to run the company. I think we have 9 employees because we have community managers, we have staff as well. And so that's what the cost to run that is, goes to that. So people get to be part of the thriving community at zero cost to them. And that was something that was so important to me, is to create an environment that people could thrive and grow in. Now, from the ones that I personally work with and mentor, one customer puts you into profit mode and the average member gets that investment back in 7 days. So we do have a 7-day success path that you can follow and work towards so you can have your business in profit mode in 7 days. I'll share with you, we have a gal inside the community and she followed this 7-day success path and she followed it for 4 weeks. She just kept on repeating it every week till she mastered it. And she did get 5 customers in those 4 weeks just by following that one training inside the program. And I want you to screenshot this because our number one selling product is $900. Okay. And so if you learned the attraction marketing skills to attract one customer a day, you guys realize one customer a day is 900 a day, which is $328,000 a year. I need to share this with you because this is a network marketing product that I love. I still use, but I used to promote it. I would make $9 when somebody bought it. And I'm only sharing that with you because that's why I had to work so hard in network marketing. One customer, I made $9. Now I switched to digital marketing where I make 100% profit and one customer makes me 900. Let me know in the chat, what makes more sense to you, getting one customer and making $9 or getting one customer and making 900? Because I would used to have to sell 100 of these to make $900. Now, if I sold 100 of my number one selling product, that's 9,000 or 90,000. Ooh, big difference, right? Big difference. So what I want to do real quick is I would love Jessica to come on and share. Jessica has sold other things too that were lower ticket as well. And once she pivoted to the digital space, I would love to hear what's happened to her. So you with us?
Yeah.
Oh,
Can you hear me okay?
yes, perfect.
Great. Noah wants to say hi. So everybody say hi to Noah.
Hi,
This
Noah.
is proof that you can literally do this business anywhere. We're at church. We have Bible school tomorrow, and we're decorating for Bible school and taking a lunch break. And I'm like, oh, I'm going to talk on the webinar while we're taking a break. So used to think you couldn't and you had to be all proper, but you don't. And my story's a little different. I live in West Virginia. I have tried lots of things like Carrie. I've sold weight loss products. I've sold cooking products. I've sold fingernails. And I didn't think people like me could make money online. Can you hear me okay? Because I think my service might be in and
I
out.
hear you
Okay.
perfect.
Okay, perfect.
Mhm.
In my head, when I saw Michelle, I'm like, look how fancy, look how much she talks better than me. And I'm just a country girl. I've been saying I live in a holler for 2 years. I've made over $400,000 from Facebook and TikTok, saying the same thing every day, 3 times a day. And this is life. I've worked the same job my entire life. I lost my job. That's okay because the Lord had a different plan. And now, I mean, I made $900 before I got out of bed this morning because I just plugged in. Like I bought 5 other digital courses before this because I was told, oh, just put a link up and you'll make money. But you need a system. You need a mentor. There's nothing else that has the mentoring that Michelle gives us inside of this community. I challenge you to research that because you will not find the mentoring that we are given in this community. And my husband and I prayed. Like we had $40,000 in credit card debt. My husband worked 12-hour shifts. I wanted a different life. I just didn't know how to get it. And now I go live on TikTok and I talk to other people about Jesus. And I also help money and then I help them make money. And because of her, I've created other things. I have a community and this is our life now. But I plugged in and I put my head down and I did her sprints, her 90-day sprints and her 60-day sprints. And I watched the videos and it changed our life. But I love that you're here. Like, don't discard this. I listened to a webinar like this and my friend introduced me and bought in and that was 18 months ago and things will never be the same.
Oh my goodness, I love that. And I love the fact that you're just like proof that, you can just take like 3 minutes and share a little bit and then go on with the rest of your day.
Yep.
And we now get to just focus on doing the things that we love. So awesome. Thank you so much for sharing, my friend.
Thanks for having me.
Yes, love it. Okay, let's talk about how long it's going to take, right? Because I know a lot of you are listening to this right now and be like, I know nothing about the digital space. I know nothing about social media. How long is it going to take me to learn this? And how long is it going to take me to earn? Something that was important to me, and I want you guys to remember these few words: structure equals freedom. When you can be very structured for a few hours a day, you can get more done. So let's talk about the 2-hour workday, what you do during those 2 hours so you can try to get your life and your time back. So for 1 hour a day, we post on social media. Okay, 1 hour a day posting on social media. 30 minutes a day posting free ads. As an introvert, I loved the free ad strategy because I can spend 30 minutes. I'd set my alarm for 30 minutes. I'd post free ads and I didn't have to I didn't have to DM anybody or get on the phone with anybody. I didn't have to even post on social media. I could just do free ads. I loved that. Here's what's interesting about the free ad strategy, because I do understand the power of video. You guys, I did put a YouTube video when I posted my free ad. And it blew up my YouTube channel to where now I'm monetized on YouTube. So if you take these strategies that we're sharing with you, not only is it going to help you grow a following, grow a customer base, but it's also can help you get monetized on social media. So instead of just consuming social media, you can get paid on social media. And that happened all because of 30 minutes a day. And then we respond to comments and to emails. Okay, because what happens is posting on social media or posting free ads, we draw traffic back to here. And the comments was drawing traffic back to here. The emails was that 1% of people that will have questions, and that's it. So it doesn't take more than 30 minutes because 99% of people just don't have a question because the automated sales process answers it for them because people are going through the system going, wait, I can do this and never have to talk to anybody. Wait, I can do this without having to bother my friends and family. this is amazing. I want to learn how to attract $900 a day customers. Now, Amy has been with us, you guys, and when she launched her business, she was working two jobs. And so she's literally the poster child for I don't have any time, but you'll make time for what's most important to you. And what was most important to Amy was getting her time back with her family. What's wild about Amy's story, she had zero tech experience. Her daughter actually created her TikTok account. So I would love to have Amy come on and share.
Yes, thank you. So I'm your gal that wasn't even on social media, right? I had two jobs for many years. I just was trying to hold it all down after a divorce, right? Three kids, doing it on my own, and 18 hours a day, literally for years. It is exhausting. But as a parent, it killed me every day, knowing that those jobs were essentially coming between me and my children. It was, I was damned if I did, and I damned if I didn't, because the problem with that is you need to pay bills. You know you got kids going to college and they need to be taken care of, and you're doing it all on your own. I mean, let's be real. Two incomes is barely getting by anymore with the economy. Michelle was just sharing that, right? And unfortunately, so many people are in this all over the world. That was my situation. So, with that being said, yes, I was working two jobs, but I wanted my time back with my children. I was about ready to turn 50 years old, and I said, what happened? Life was not supposed to be like this. I'm working just to pay bills. I'm not spending the time with my children. My children don't have mom available to them. I got tired of saying no all the time. And I know so many other individuals, many of you on here right now, are having to choose between your family and a job to pay the bills. So, long story short, I finally agreed to let my daughter put me on TikTok, to be on social media, to watch her videos, her and her little friends dancing, right? Unbeknownst to me, I didn't even know how to work this thing, right? I had one friend, it was her, but I seen one video of Michelle, and it blew my mind what was going on in the online world, because I had no clue. And the first thought came to me, are you kidding me? I work 18 hours a day. I'm sleeping 2 to 3 hours a night. That's it. That's it. Doesn't leave time for anything else. But my want and my will to have my time back with my kids was much bigger. I was willing to sacrifice an extra hour of sleep to change my situation. So, on a hope and a prayer, I said, you know what? I'm going to do this. I'm going to learn this. And because of everything that Michelle's telling you right now, I jumped in. I literally jumped into every Zoom I could in between those 8 hours, right? I followed her 2 hour workflow. Instead of doing it in 2 hours straight, what I did was 15 minutes here, 30 minutes here on every lunch break and in between my jobs, right? We do not realize how much extra time we have in a day until you need to utilize it for a bigger purpose. And that's what I did. I had an extra 2 hours every break, every lunch, and in between. And I used it for this. I just followed the program to a T. Everything that the program, the trainings, and Michelle said to do, I did it. I sat in my car every day. I created content. I went live. I did what it took. And in just 10 and a half weeks, I not only walked away from one of those jobs, but I walked away from both of those jobs and hit my first six figures in 9 months, right? I've been doing this now for almost 27 months, and I've made multiple six figures by following all the trainings in this program. We all get the same thing. We all have the same opportunities. It's really what you want and what you choose to do or not do, right? I just kept and keep implementing the trainings that Michele gives us. So many opportunities in the online world, and she's giving us that step up. She's training us how to utilize it and get our freedom back with our family. So, my friend, I'm telling you today from somebody that knew absolutely nothing about marketing, the online world, social media. Just plug in, show up, and listen to what is being taught because it can change you. It can change your life and give you your family back, essentially your life back. Thank you, Michele.
Oh, thank you so much for sharing. I love that. And you guys, like, let her just borrow her hope on what's possible, right? If you just, like, I love the fact that, like, 5 minutes here, 30 minutes here, 30 minutes here, she just would go over her lunch break or during a break and just create some content. Here's something, though, that's powerful. And I want you guys to think about this. When you heard her story, when she went and posted those videos, they didn't go away. Here's what I mean by that. When you go work for 4 hours, you got to work for another 4 hours to get paid again. When you start creating content for a business on social media, it's like planting digital real estate. It doesn't go away. Those videos will always be out there working for you 24/7. So that 5 minutes here, that 30 minutes here, that 1 hour here isn't for wasted time. It's literally planting digital real estate for you to leave that legacy for your family. And that is what I seen that I loved. I was like, wait, so I can just post some content, draw traffic back to my automated system, and then I let my automations just work for me 24/7. I was ready to master those skills. You need to remember something today when you get off of here, no matter what you decide, if whatever you decide to sell, you have to know how to market. And then you have to know, after you learn to market, you have to know how to sell it. Well, I didn't want to bother friends and family. I didn't want to have to DM people. I was so excited to have a fully automated sales process that literally works for me 24/7. To me, that was huge to learn. And that's what we love inside our community. We teach you that process. And I've seen many of you asking about the free ads. That's what we teach. I teach you that strategy inside my community. I even show you hundreds of different websites that you can use. I just posted an ad. I had 10 websites that I use, and I would post free ads every day, and it drew traffic back to my automated system. Now, what I want to do real quick is I would love Melanie to come on and talk. What I love about her story is she was ready to get her husband out of a hardworking job, and she followed this process, and guess what? He was able to walk away from that job. So I would love for you to hear her story. Melanie, are you with us, my friend?
I am here. Can you hear me?
Yes. How's the moving going?
Oh, well, I'm in the middle of a U-Haul van right now that we are loading. So this is a perfect testimonial that you can seriously work this business around whatever you're doing. My husband is out well, you can't see him, but he's out loading panels, and we have been doing this process for the last 4 weeks, and it has been an endeavor. But one of the most beautiful things about this is I was so busy moving because we're moving 20 acres of animals and feeders and arenas and all this stuff, just he and I, and we are still making sales because of this automated business that we put in place. And so I purchased the program, no following, no social media experience. Basically, I was on Facebook a little bit here and there, but I didn't want to be on social media. But God literally said, this is what you are going to do. And this is going to allow so many people across the globe to see a program and see that there is a different way of being, doing, and having. And using social media, even though I didn't want to, is the avenue to do that, to help people from staying small. And he is building up kingdom entrepreneurs right now. And the people who say yes are going to be creating legacy wealth, which is exactly what we did. So like Carrie, I started and I told no one because I really didn't know if this was legit. I didn't know what it was. I did not understand it. And it literally took me 3 or 4 weeks before the coin dropped. And then it was like, oh my golly, the opportunities and the potential in this business is seriously limited only by your ability to imagine the different ways that you can apply it, because you can use it for something that you already have. If you're creating an ebook, if you are a coach, or you can simply sell the product, the program, because of the master resale rights. It is a genius business model. So about a month in, when I finally was able to articulate what in the world I was even doing with this, that's when I told my son, and he said, oh, you just got scammed. And I said, you just wait, Bubba, you wait, because that is not what happened. And like maybe 4 days later, after I started promoting, I had made a sale, and he said, oh, tell me a little bit about this. So he and I do this business together. He's just graduated from college. And our goal was to retire my husband from his 10-hour workday physical labor job, which he hated. It was sucking the life out of him. It was making him miserable. And say it quietly so he doesn't hear, but it was making the rest of us miserable too, right? So we were actually able to do that 2.5 months later. And that was 11 months ago. He is at home with us. He was able to do all the stuff with us last summer. It's been amazing. So this has literally changed our lives, and we are helping other people do that as well. And my thing is, if our lives are changing, that means that we are helping other people change their lives as well. And that is what God has called us to do, because that legacy wealth ripple is just continuing, and we want to turn it into a tsunami wave so that millions of people can get out from under this current system of having to work, and trade your time for dollars. So I thank you so much for this opportunity and what it has done for our lives and all the lives that we are changing right now. Thank you so much. And I'm so excited for all of you who are on here.
Yeah, thank you for sharing. Oh my gosh, I love your story. You're such a great example. Even if the people around you don't support you, you can change their mind, then they join you. And I love the fact that you and your son are doing this together. Good luck with your moving. Have fun. And thanks for taking the time to share today. I love your story, my friend. You guys, that's a great example. I do want to share this with you. You can go to college for 4 years to get a degree to cross your fingers that you can make money, right? But not a lot of jobs that you can get out of can make this type of money. But the reason why you go to college is to learn skills, to get educated. So I got to share something with you that I'm so excited about. And this is what I love about our program that really helps us stand apart. And that is, you can learn and earn at the same time. You don't got to learn, learn, and learn. And I love, because Melanie said it right. You can take these strategies that we taught you today and that we teach you inside our program, and you can promote anything with it. But you can also get the resale rights if you want and use that as well, so you can learn and earn at the same time. I thought it was the most brilliant business plan on the planet, because I could promote products that were proven to sell. You are going to learn how to create content on social media the right way. You're going to learn how to track 12 customers. If you learn how to track 12 customers, and our number one selling product is 900. That is 10,800 a month. Please let me know in the chat if you could learn how to make 10,800 a month. Would that help you? Would that change your life any? Please let me know in the chat. And what I love, that's only 12 customers. 12 customers, and there's 5 billion people on social media, and all you need to do is master the attraction marketing strategy to attract 12 of them to you. That is what I absolutely love. So that's why we have added a certified program where you can get certified at no additional cost, by the way. So you can get certification in our Legacy Builders program at zero cost to you. So why this matters, because you're going to own your own income. You get to keep every dollar you earn. There's no product creation required. You get to plug into a proven program. Instant authority, because now you're certified and licensed, which gives you that credibility. Sustainable and automated, a business that grows with you. and for you. And 2 hour workday, so it can run anywhere in the world, and it protects our program because it's built with compliance and keeps scammers away. So that is something that we absolutely love that you have the ability to do. Now, you're asking, how do we get started? Well, you can get started with the Legacy Builders program. With the Legacy Builders program, the moment you get started, you immediately get instant access to 4 income streams. You sell the launch pad, you make $100. You sell the passive daily pay blueprint, you make $300. You sell the digital mastery and you make $600. You sell the legacy builder and you make $900. If you sold just one of each of them a week, that's $1,900 a week that you would make. And you also get immediate access to our community, which we have over 53,600 people in. And we do have a 90-day sprint going on. That 90-day sprint is where I walk you through the process, how to launch and grow a wildly successful business. The videos are like 5 minutes a day. So I give you an action step every day that you can take. And this is what it looks like when you get inside our program. It's literally step by step. It's like paint by numbers, like start here, take action, then go here and take action. If you follow it, it will come out just how you want it to come out. You're also going to learn our ultimate discovery system, where you're going to learn how to build your brand, even a faceless brand if you want. We're going to help you get over that fear of creating videos. Okay, we're going to show you the copy and paste free ad strategy. You're going to learn how to use social media the right way. Again, our goal is to show you how to get started and attract 12 customers. That's the first goal. How do we start getting so good with our content that you attract 12 customers and start making $10,800 a month? There's 5 billion on social media. And again, all you need is 12 and you're making 10K a month. Today, when you get started, you're going to get access to some additional bonuses. You're going to get our digital growth community. You're going to get our Canva crash course. If you want to create your content in Canva, we're going to walk you through how to do that. You're also going to get my 1 million in 17 months blueprint. If you have a little bit of stinking thinking in your life or a little bit of adversity in your life, watch this, because I give you the exact walkthrough and steps that I applied to reach over $1 million in revenue, in profit in 17 months. I would follow that. I could sell that right now for $9.97 and sell it all day long because people can implement that and convert their business to $1 million business. I give you the 30-day growth strategy plan. I started with a brand new TikTok. Okay. And I followed the 30-day market strategy step by step. We're going to give that to you as well. And how to start your own business. We're even going to give you 200 digital product ideas as well. You're going to get your mindset, message, and marketing to your first million. What kind of mindset you need, what kind of message and marketing you need. And if you're wanting to build faceless, we give you your invisible empire faceless marketing. Shows you even a strategy of how to make 100K your first year building a faceless business. You get access to all of that for only $900, and you get resale rights on $1,900 worth of products. Now, if that is not in your budget or in your goals or your dreams, we do have 3 other options as well. We have our digital mastery that you can get started. You get 3 income streams with that, or we have our passive daily pay blueprint. You get 2 income streams with that. Or we have our launch pad where you can get 1 income. The reason why we offer 4 is because we want you to get in what is best for your goals, your dreams, and even your budgets. So what if? Okay, let's go 30 days from now. You could be stuck in the same place you are right now, or you could have your first $900 day, or you could have multiple $900 days. You get to decide. You get to decide. Now, what I want to do is I want to see if Tim is available to share. And I will tell you right now, if you're ready to get started, be part of our amazing community, get this program, start learning these skills, get back with the person that invited you. They sent you an email. And in that email, scroll down to the bottom of that email, and there's a PS with their website. When you go to their website, you're going to see what is in every single program. And again, get the one that is best for your goals and dreams. Let me see if Tim is on here. I didn't get to talk to him before to see if he could share. Let me see. Oh, he is. Tim, are you available to share, my friend? Maybe.
I
10.
am. Are you
Oh,
there?
there you are.
That was awesome. Are you there? Hold on.
Good. Oh, you muted yourself. Okay, try again. One more time.
Oh, there it is.
See, anybody can do this, guys. Anybody.
That's great. Oh my gosh, he muted again. Oh my.
Okay, I got this for sure. Okay, all right, stay with me. You hear me? Okay, yes.
Perfect. Yes.
Okay, awesome, guys. My name is Tim, and I'm gonna go through this quick. I had no tech skills, but my story is not like anyone else's. I promise you. Maybe it relates to you. I was in corporate America for 25 years. Um, I had no clue what all this was. Zero. I didn't do an MLM. I didn't do anything. 31 Carrie. Oh my God, 31 tries. I mean, God bless you, babe. God bless you because this is my first try, and I'm like, holy hell, this better work in my head. That was the mentality I had. So you inspired the hell out of me. Like if I failed today doing something, I'm like, well, I got 31 more shots to go because I'm gonna, I'm just saying that's what it's gonna be like. I guarantee it. Listen, I've been in the corporate world, and believe it or not, I made multiple six figures in the corporate world, but they owned me. Like they absolutely owned my ass. They owned my life. But it was brutal, right? But I also have five children, three grandkids. I love to golf every day. I live in California. I'm a diehard Philadelphia Super Bowl championship Eagles fan for all you Philly fans out there. Um, but that my story is simple. It really is, but it's we do what we were raised to do. I was raised with five brothers and sisters. I grew up on a farm. I know how it is to move a farm. Oh my God, that's insane what she's going through right now. But it's just insane. But there's so many things that we do in this business, but it's so coachable. And the process, I'm big on process because I created so many processes in corporate America. This process is probably one of the simplest things I can possibly tell you. Now, I say the process is simple, right? We're human beings. So we screw things up every once in a while. So that's why it's so important to have a community that gets you back on track. Like there's a ton of people. There's tons of leadership in this building, in this community that will guide you and put you on the right place. There's people that didn't have a sale for 3.5 months. And I own it because it was all on me. I was that guy that I'm an introvert, a very loud one, but I am a guy that will love to go golfing by himself, stay in the house by himself, the whole 9 yards. There's a lot of people like me, I know. I will tell you, but I never asked a question. And the crazy thing about it is, I want you to sit there and think about this because I know I've seen some comments in there. How fast could you make an income? There are people that make an income before they even have their system set up. That's the crazy thing. Everyone has a different story, right? It's how do you learn? How quick do you learn? How you can do this at your own pace. Everything's set up for you to plug in and play is really the best way to describe it. It's really we get in our own way. Like I got in my own way of my success because here's the crazy thing. July 20th, it'll always be in my head like March 8th when I signed up and started this. July 20th is the day that I think I had my baptism of the online space, okay? And I say it this way because I talked to this person from Kansas on a live Zoom call, a training call that we had, and she just dissected my business and told me, "Hey Tim, this is what you need to do." Well, 3 to 4 days later, I made my very first sale. Like, duh, why didn't I open my mouth at the other Zoom calls that I had for 3.5 months that I never missed? Or if I missed, I watched the replay. Listen, the best way I can tell you this is I have more time than I know what to do with, and I'm so blessed to have that choice that I have. The $900 a day, well, I think I'm averaging more than that, and I know I am, but the thing is, you're going to learn so many skills here to actually more than selling program. People say, "Oh, it's selling programs." Good Lord, it's so more than that. I mean, I get it. I know face value and all this is what we're doing, but it's so more than that. It's giving so many people an opportunity that they will never have at their job. Like, I make more doing this than in my corporate job. And I truly, I worked about an average of 72 hours a week. Like that's 1 week. That's insane. If you think about the times I'm on my cell phone, the time you're traveling, the time you're driving, and all I do, truly, I do 1 to 3 hours a day in this business. I'm just telling you, I'm no special. Oh, by the way, I'm 58. Like, just be clear on that. I'm no spring chicken, but I'm definitely springing. You know what I mean? I'm ready to go. I'm just telling you, like, I have more life today than I think I did when I was in my 20s and my 30s. Look, you're all going to have to do something to make an income. Pick your poison. Do you want an 8-hour job, 10-hour job, or do you want to learn a new skill to put into play here? Like, we're all in. Be very clear on something. Some of you have your back against the wall that you know you have to do something different. It doesn't, regardless. Or tomorrow you're going to go back to the same job and say, oh, that wasn't for me. Like, I'm telling you, there's a lot of people in here, 31 tries. Jesus, that God bless you, kiddo. I'm still gonna, that's like on a post note, 31 tries, Carrie. I'm not kidding you. Like, how many times are you gonna try? How many times did your kids grab your leg and go, I want this? And they asked you 20 times, and you look at them like, dude, what is your problem? I said no. Like, how many times? Like, so all I'm going to say this to you, take it from a guy that the quality of life that I had, I sold myself on doing everything I'm supposed to do as a parent. That doesn't mean not change your journey down the road. I really am gonna leave it on this note. When you say yes or no today, there's ramifications, right? There's ramifications. You never did this before? That's okay. Listen, you went to your job on the very first day. Did you know everything about everything? You didn't. Here, this is all about you and your family and your legacy. How many times are you going to try to make it better? We're here to support you. You have to do the 2-hour works. You have to learn it and just be patient. Be patient and have grace on yourself because you're learning something new. We're here. We're not going anywhere. God, I've been in here for over 2 years, made multiple six figures, and it's just the beginning. 2 years, 58 years old, started this at the age of 55, 56. Are you kidding me? I'm no one special. I'm just a dude in California, likes to surf, likes to golf, loves on his family, and loves the Lord. That's it. I just made a choice. And I didn't have success right away. Like I could have easily quit. But I knew if I was going to quit, I knew what was on the other door, 70 hours a week. Just couldn't do that again. So make your choice, make your decision. But remember, today's your chance. Maybe it is tomorrow, but just it's one of those ones where you're going to make a decision. I didn't know what this was. Even signing up for some chick in Kansas, like I didn't even know where Kansas was. All right, let's be honest. But I'm just going to say this: I'm me, and it is the best, greatest gift I can be, and I'm happy. Like I'm happy. Even when it's 3.5 months, I was happy. So if you want to try to be happy and make an income and learn a new skill, you're at the right place.
Love it. So somebody had asked, is this going to get saturated? Would you love responding to that?
Oh, I love that question. Saturation. Okay, so let me put it this way. Saturation is 70% of the market. Let's say Apple has, 100%, Apple's phones are everywhere, right? So it's 70% of the market. So let me tell you something. 5.7 million people on the internet, right? Using these platforms. It has to be 70% of that. Just so you know, there's only 53,000 people in our community promoting this specific program, teaching these specific skills. So we're not 53,000, 5.7 billion people on the internet. We're not saturated. And honestly, what people don't understand is affiliate marketing has actually been around for almost 20 years. Not many people know that. But even in the company, I did a little research on the company I used to work for, retail. It's actually been around 19 years in the company that I worked for. I didn't know that, but I thought just a little tidbit of information for you. So we're not going anywhere, and it's just the beginning.
Love it. Thank you so much.
You got it.
I do want to add to that too, because this is something that I love as well about this, because people every day start looking. What did I say at the beginning of this? 61 million people, homes in the US are up for foreclosure right now. I guarantee some of them are looking now for a plan B. How can I get that money? How can I save my home? but they weren't looking 6 months ago or 3 years ago or 3 days ago. Every day, new people start looking. Every day we give exposure to brand new people that didn't know that we had their solution. And that is what I love. And Tim said it perfect. Like, we have just begun. We have not even scratched the scratch of the surface. We are going to create a movement. We're going to set so many families free, because there's never been a better time to launch and grow a digital business, because you don't have to spend money on ads. You can make 6 figures. Our community has already in 2.5 years created 109 six-figure income earners, 19 self-made millionaires in South Africa. I want you to think about that. I would love for Cecilia to share today, but she's not on today. But she is out of South Africa, and I'm a gal in Kansas, and she discovered one of my videos. One of my videos got pushed to South Africa for free. I just posted my video and I just went on with my day. Well, that video ended up in South Africa. Cecilia purchased, and she hit 6 figures quickly. She hit her first million quickly. And now that created a ripple effect in South Africa. And now 19 self-made millionaires. Matter of fact, I want to show you something real quick to show you how global our business is. I just want to share my screen and show you this real quick. This is so awesome. When you're inside our community, you can go inside. This is what our community looks like, right? You see the 53,000, but look, see that where it says maps? I click on this. This is where we are all over the world. Is this not fun? Look at this. That's where the people are located. Like, we are literally all over the world. We literally are a global community. Is that not fun? But also perspective, right? Let's say you're in the United States. That's it for the United States. What, so let's just say 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Only 14,000 in the United States? I love it. We have Mary Ann that is in our community. She goes, I could become a self-made millionaire just by promoting in Wisconsin. That's where she lives. That's the perspective, you guys. We are a global business. So whatever you decide to promote, make sure you promote something that is digital. Because if I was promoting this, I couldn't promote this global. And I traded making $9 on a lip gloss. That's really good. I love it. I still use it to this day. I traded that onto promoting something and making $900 in global, where we can impact the entire world. So get back with the person that invited you. They sent you an email. Scroll down to the bottom of that email. There's a PS in there that will take you directly to their website. When you get to their website, it will break down every program. You get the one that is best for your goals and dreams, and then reply to that email with any questions, and they would love to answer questions. Thanks, everybody. Make it a winning Wednesday. And remember, in 30 days, you can still be doing the exact same thing, or today you can take the courage and invest in you, be part of a thriving community, and change your life.